Today, we're going through every Fortnite controversy this season, and we'll start with why Blitz Royale is getting hate. So the new mode is ridiculously fun, and unsurprisingly, there are a ton of people playing it right now, but half the community has been forced to give up their favorite thing if they want to play it, and that's building. They only released Blitz in zero build, despite the fact that the entire point of Fortnite is building. The true controversies are happening in the item shop, because right now, Epic keep releasing skins that we've had for years and dressing them up a little bit just to sell them all over again. For example, Summer Dummy, which is about to release, even though he just has a new wood texture and a scarf. And this problem is also plaguing the OG pass. Omega's glider is actually just a fancy version of the Forerunner glider, and the 7 glider is literally just Dual Defiant with a paint job. But they're not done there. Epic has also been called out recently for straight up reusing poses for new outfits. And Thea's render is copying Chica, while Jack Spade is doing Slim Shady's arm cross. It's like we get a ton of effort into special poses when it comes to crossovers, but for the original skins, they just throw on anything in a rush. At least we got the Storm Beast pom-poms, a completely new item, right? Well, they were in game, but after just a few days, they got deleted. It turns out Epic released them with a huge bug and had to take them out to fix it. Right now, we have no idea when or if they'll even return. Some controversies, I'll admit, are caused by fans jumping on the hate train a little too early. This happened when leakers revealed that Daft Punk could be the next festival artist, and when it turned out to be Deadmau5 instead, people were not happy about it. In fact, the community caused a ton of backlash with this reveal, even though Daft Punk was just a rumor and not even confirmed by Epic. Then it got even worse when fans realized they started a controversy too early again, because Deadmau5 wasn't even the artist. It turned out to be Bruno Mars, and this fixed a lot of people's disappointment, yet there were still some people pretty upset about the fact that Bruno was already in the game and didn't need to take up a whole season. One thing we could all agree on, though, is that Epic has been struggling lately with the servers. In recent updates, fans have noticed so much lag in every mode, from creative to BR, Blitz Royale. It's non-stop stuttering, rubber banding, input delay, not being able to matchmake, the list goes on. And Epic has even been messing up their own schedule. Lately, we've seen them accidentally drop so many unreleased items early, like the Hollow Twister, the Squid Game SMG, and then even the Surf Cube showed up, which was not meant to be there. And fans are also upset that Fortnite just removed a mode that has been around since Chapter 1. Team Rumble has outlived Battle Lab, Playground, even Arena, so people assumed it would survive Chapter 6. Well, that all changed when Epic dropped a replacement called Training Grounds. Lots of people are upset about this, but it's not a huge deal like Battle Lab was, because true fans of Team Rumble stopped playing years ago. Epic changed up the mode a ton back in Chapter 2, causing people to leave it anyway, although instead of fixing it, fans are sad it just got scrapped entirely. It also just feels like the end of an era, so hopefully we'll have an easier way to grind quests in the future. Another thing that needs to get fixed is vending machines. It has been almost an entire month since Season 3 came out, and Reload is still suffering from broken vending machines. Luckily, with the Squid Game update, I think these will be fixed, but it's kind of crazy it took this long. And sadly, I think Epic is also messed up with the timing of Squid Game. Nothing compares to the ridiculous hype the show got back in Season 1. It literally dominated the planet, and that was the perfect time for Fortnite to drop a crossover. Then, with Season 2, the hype came back again, even though it was for a shorter time. And now, with the final season, we are actually getting a collab, and it seems like barely anyone cares that much anymore. Now, I'm gonna defend Epic on this one, because as we all know, Netflix wasn't exactly open to doing business with Fortnite for the past couple of years, so I guarantee that played a role. But did you know that Fortnite has once again been in the news this year for suing players? That's right. In February and March, they sued 2 people accused of cheating. One of them was Isaac Strock, a guy who apparently hacked into Epic accounts and then sold them. The other was RepulseGod, a pro player who was caught in 2023 cheating to qualify for the FNCS Grand Finals. So the trial finished this year, and obviously, Epic won. They donated the lawsuit money to charity and forced the guy to upload a YouTube video where he said he'll never cheat again. Despite being tough in public and cracking down on cheaters like this, Epic have also been super forgiving this year. Out of nowhere, they announced they were gonna unban everybody who cheated and served at least 1 year of their ban. I still don't know if this will turn out to be a huge mistake or not, but only time will tell. Although I think it's time we address probably the most controversial season Fortnite has added in years. Because on day 1 of Star Wars coming out, so many people were excited to play a collab season that wasn't just Marvel or remixed OG, and they quickly realized they didn't like it. After a few days, Fortnite fans were disappointed with the entire loot pool getting replaced by blasters. If you didn't like Star Wars, you were basically just gonna have to log off for a month. As for the Star Wars fans, they also had complaints with reused items from previous events, no lightsaber pickaxes, and blasters being the only good weapon. This caused Fortnite's player count to dip to very low levels, at least in comparison to other seasons because of the backlash. Players just weren't having fun after a while, and you could tell Fortnite wanted to move on quickly. Like, they wanted to start the next season so bad, they did it immediately after the live event. The second Galactic Battle ended, we only had a few hours before Season 3 was live. It even went up earlier than Fortnite's own countdown. Usually players take a day off work to get in there or set alarms knowing they have time to digest the live event and get excited for the new season. But no, not this time. I'm sure some people loved it, but a majority of the fan base, especially international players, had to stay up until early hours in the morning or change their plans to be there when the season dropped. It was a lot. Moving on, did you know that Fortnite is suffering from shrinkflation? And you probably didn't even notice. In the background, item shops have become more likely to have no backbling included for the same price. Outfits like Skillet, Takumi of the Tides, and Arcana all come with no backbling but are full priced. The worst of all is the Barkington Dog set, which has 4 separate backblings and pickaxes, but they're all sold separately when they could have just been edit styles. This has even been affecting crossovers like Cowboy Bebop, which charge $1,500 per skin, and then you can buy the backblings for an extra $300 each. Many fans are just not appreciating it. Fortnite also decided to wake up this year and ditch their corporate social media. More and more, we're seeing them transform from formal posts online to tweets like, "Chill with the foot pics, please stomp on me Godzilla," and "Everyone loves a big pickle, hey yo wait." In fact, when Clix got his own Icon series outfit, they straight up said, "You don't want to be on the receiving end of a soggy snap." Or maybe you do. I don't know, Fortnite, you gotta calm down, you're gonna get in trouble. On a more serious note, I don't think there's ever been a weapon more anticipated than the Zapatron. This was genuinely teased by Fortnite for like half a decade, and they just kept dangling it in front of our faces for the longest time. Then in OG, we finally got our hands on it, and Fortnite messed up. The Zapatron was only in the game for 1 weekend only, and on the first day, it didn't even do damage. That meant this thing we've waited 7 years for barely even worked, and then it was gone again like nothing even happened. You would think Epic would know better, but it seems like they keep causing controversies over the smallest changes, like removing Simple Edit from comp. This was one of the most revolutionary changes to builds we've ever had, and it gave everyone a chance to learn building, which could honestly be the biggest problem with keeping new players. Fortnite solved that with Simple Edit and then straight up deleted it from competitive playlists. Another thing that's riled up fans is them removing music packs. I can see why they did this one because there's no real point in splitting up lobby music into 2 types of cosmetics, which would make sense on paper if you didn't understand how much better music packs were. People always preferred these for their lobby music because it had better sound quality and volume, and instead Epic have now taken those out of people's lockers and replaced it with jam tracks, which are streamed audio instead that have tons of issues like lower sound quality, glitchiness, stuttering if your internet freaks out. Let me know what's bothering you the most, and hopefully Fortnite watches this video and fix this. Obviously, everything we covered in this video is constructive criticism, and we just want to see the game get better. Anyways, it's been Tommy, and keep it here on Top 5 Gaming.